Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
No. I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel...
Of course, yeah. I like Terence. I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and, you know, but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. And he can win for sure. But Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
Good fight.
I got you.
You know, if 168 pounds, I think it's Canelo, but it's Canelo better technique, because 50-50. If 12 rounds, Crawford win, I think. If knockout, it's Canelo.
What makes Crawford so difficult to fight against?
The boxing world can't stop buzzing about Terence Crawford's dramatic physical transformation into what many are calling a monster as he prepares for the highly anticipated clash against Canelo Alvarez. Famed trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas recently spoke with Fight Hub TV and didn't hold back. He acknowledged the uphill battle against the dangerous Mexican star, but emphasized Crawford's relentless drive. Not many are willing to push their limits like Crawford does. Atlas said, "I'd never want to fight that man. Maybe age will catch up to him, but a weight class won't."
Canelo Alvarez thinks you're not a 54-pounder. In other words, you say, nah, he's too small.
That's his take. There's a reason why Israel was so respectful in the fight. Anytime I let my hands go, he would grab me or move. For the bigger guy, you should have been walking me down. You should have been bullying me. Canelo can say what he say.
He just doesn't feel like you're a 54-pounder. He believes...
Facing Canelo is no easy feat. He's strong, precise, and physically imposing. But what makes this intriguing is Crawford's intellect. Though the smaller man, he's known for crafting surgical game plans that force bigger opponents to fight. His fight, if anyone can... As Crawford prepares to enter the super middleweight division for the first time in his career, the odds are heavily stacked against him, and that's exactly how he likes it. The narrative is familiar, an aging legend daring to jump to weight classes to face a 4-division champion.
Every time I see him, he'll come and be like, Canelo?
You're right. Yeah, you know how Billy does too.
I'll be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at it, like, okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I was just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time.
Crawford isn't approaching this fight chasing a knockout. "That's not my mission," he told The Ring in an in-depth interview. "I'm just here to win." But if the knockout happens, so be it. He views Canelo as a smaller big guy, someone who's climbed the weight classes because the bigger men are slower. Crawford believes his roots in the faster, lighter divisions will allow him to see and react to danger better. Recently, he shared a photo of a scale showing 186 pounds. When asked about it, he laughed. "I was 140 at the..."
All the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that.
Starting his pro journey at just 137 pounds back in 2008, Crawford has collected belts across 135, 140, 147, and now 154 pounds after defeating Israel Madrimov. Canelo, who debuted at 15 years old as a 139-pounder, has conquered weight classes from 150 for all the way up to 175. He could become a two-time undisputed super middleweight king if he defeats William Skull in May. Crawford, however, believes no. Man is invincible. If he gets clipped with a punch he doesn't see, Crawford warned, he can be hurt.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and I always say that no disrespect him. But sometimes it's a little crazy that people talking about a small fighter like Charlo. He's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford.
He's not a machine, he's human, just like me, Crawford declared. He bleeds just like I do. He's not going in with blind aggression, but rather a smart, strategic approach. Canelo's only two defeats were to Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol, with many drawing comparisons between Crawford's slick, cerebral style and Mayweather's. This fight could be Canelo's opportunity to avenge the ghost of that 2013 loss and prove how far he's evolved.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this last couple of years, I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat.
Former world champion Barry McGuigan didn't sugarcoat his take on the matchup. In a recent interview, he stated, Crawford needs to rediscover his timing and punching power. He wants any chance of beating Canelo. For McGuigan, this fight is as much about sharpness and rhythm it is about strategy.
Canelo's now 10-0 at super middleweight, been largely untouchable at this weight class. Why do you believe that you're the man to knock him off?
I'm the best. That's why. That's why everybody gonna come and watch September 12th.
All right, bud. Good luck on September 12th.
Thank you.
McGuigan praised Crawford's old-school instincts and sharp counters, comparing him to Sugar Ray Robinson. He makes you miss and then makes you pay, he said. However, he warned that to neutralize Canelo's power, Crawford must stay mobile, enter and exit striking range quickly, and avoid planting his feet too long. This can't turn into a war. If it does, Crawford's in trouble, McGuigan concluded.
Disrespectful for Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
It's crazy when you ask him about that, because you say, your matchup is coming out with other weight classes and and he's welterweight. So don't make sense. But if the fight made sense, why not?
A lot of people have him at number one.
And you can see the same tendencies that Canelo has now, but he's a lot older now. But I just think that Terence has more skills than Lara. And I think he can do more. And you're saying that, Canelo.
When Canelo shows signs of fading late, that's when Crawford should step in and apply pressure. Barry also noted that Tim Bradley has publicly lobbied for this fight, urging Canelo not to duck it. Crawford, 37, has been desperately chasing this bout, but skeptics say he hasn't truly earned it at 168 or 175. To them, this is Crawford's golden parachute, a final payday before retirement. Still, Bradley argues that it's the fight boxing needs, and one that can crown true greatness.
Super strong guy, man, technique. You already know, if you ever wrestled before, the person that got better technique usually win. It don't matter how much the weight they have or what they're carrying around. It's the technique. Crawford knows how to take care of himself on the inside.
Crawford's last outing against Israel Madrimov at 154 raised eyebrows. He looked sluggish, aged, and took a beating from Madrimov's right hand. Bradley fired back at critics who now question why Canelo should take the fight. Canelo, don't run, you ducked Benavidez already. Don't do it again. On his YouTube channel, Bradley didn't hold back. You're all over Mexico doing press tour, but you won't face Crawford? Make the fight. Let the man prove his greatness.
He knows how to smother. He knows how to tie up. He knows how to rough guys up. He knows how to turn guys. He understands weight distribution, man. Not only that, the only way that I see Canelo beating Crawford is he got to knock him out. And
Bud versus Canelo, who you pick? I'm gonna go for Crawford. Cause then when he beats, let's say he beats Canelo, and I get ammunition, so when I fight him, and I beat Crawford, beat Canelo. You know what I mean? Respecting BK all day, 718. What up? You heard? Yo, Jacob.
Weight has become the hot topic. Oh, Canelo's going to knock him out, fans say. But Bradley isn't convinced. When's the last time Canelo actually knocked someone out? He asked. Both fighters are 5'8". Both started around the same weight. Canelo's not a natural 168-pounder either, Bradley argued. Though Crawford is older, he's more technical and mentally sharper. Still, fans remain skeptical, thinking Crawford is too small, too old, and past his best to move up 14 pounds and dethrone the king. Bradley and other Crawford believers continue to face backlash, but they remain firm in their faith.
Terence Crawford is the most violent force in boxing. And I don't think he's big enough to match with Canelo Alvarez, but I think he'd love to have a chance to prove it. And Terence Crawford has gotten a lot of credit for what he's done, and he deserves it. The performance against Spence was spectacular. Yeah, I told everybody Terence Crawford's pound for pound #1. Most journalists and writers in the sport have ranked Terence Crawford pound for pound #1. 2 days ago, I said to